Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast of Discovered Magic. We have Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
There's Jeff.
I'm
hey,
here.
Jeff. It's our podcast today. We don't have Jason today.
I know. Yeah, I mean, we do whatever we want.
What do you want to do?
I mean, there's so much room for activities. I mean, we don't even. I mean, where to begin? I don't know. But we do have a guest, right, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. We do have a surprise guest.
Okay, surprise guest today.
I'm not sure who it is, but
all right. Well,
let's see. Oh, wait.
Oh no!
Oh,
I mean,
It's your show. Hang on.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Hey. Excuse me. We have a standard around here for our podcast, and I mean, you should be so lucky.
What is that standard? I mean,
The standard is we don't let our guests try to run the show. So
he does a good thing for me.
Gosh, well, you better know your place.
Is that your place?
You can still get me. Oh no!
I still have admin rights. You should have taken over my login and then invited me.
That would have been. Dang it!
Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing the bell.
Winds in the east, mist coming in. Like something is brewing, about to begin.
This candle blessed us with a miracle.
Take it, Kronk. Feel the power.
Oh, I can feel it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
There's no mystical energy field controls my destiny. It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
Well, I happen to be a wizard, a soothsayer, a prognosticator.
Some all-powerful genie. You probably can't even get us out of this cave.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader.
Wars. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this here podcast. Well, we are Discovered Magic.
Well, everybody, today's guest is Jason from Interactive Realm and Signs of Amusement and Discovered Magic podcast.
And Too Fat Jays.
Yay.
And he is one of the Jays of Too Fat Jays.
And one of our bestest friends.
No.
Good to have him here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah. It was our pleasure.
Well, I mean, what are we doing today?
Well, we're talking about you.
You silly son of a bitch. Like we're gonna interview you. Is what I.
What do you think I'm wearing this for? What does that say?
It says Interactive Realm. That's an oldie right there.
Yeah.
There wasn't. Right. I think there was only like 5 of those ever made.
And now you got the lucky last one.
So, Jason, tell me, what do you think about space aliens?
Space aliens. They do exist.
I knew it.
Dum.
I knew it. Okay. Good to know.
Well, I love how the first question was way off topic.
All right. So, Jason, tell us, seriously, tell us about you. Because, the thing is, like, I know you. Steve-O here knows you. And it's kind of funny how this stuff works, I think, sometimes. When you are the guest, you could have podcast. And after a while, you sort of kind of forget, like, what does Steve do again? What does Jeff do? What is he? And so what do you do? What's your passion? What brings you to life? And tell us about your connection with Disney.
Should I start at the beginning?
No, tell us who you are and why you love Disney.
Wait.
How do I?
Wait.
Yeah.
Who are you, and why do you love Disney?
How do I get?
You got to use the fifth one down there.
The fifth one.
The fifth one? What was that? What's going on?
This one.
Now you got to
undo you.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Now just keep dragging
there
it. There you go.
Got it. Got it. All right.
We can cut
tell
that
us
part
about.
out.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did I tell you guys you're editing this one?
Yeah. I'll do it. I don't care. Oh wait, I'm not going to be here. So
yeah.
Nose goes. Not it.
Not all.
Steve.
Oh well.
Okay. That's right.
All right,
I don't want you guys to mess
Jason,
it up.
Hey, I could ask you better questions if you want, Jason.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Where do I start though?
Start with your interactive realm.
Well, wait. Can I ask that? How did you start even getting into woodworking and all that you do?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant about the beginning. So
Okay.
I got into woodworking in junior high and in high school. I took wood shop, and I built a couple things like a nightstand and an end table and the basic stuff they make you make. I was also in stagecraft, and I did the sets and for plays and stuff, and I ran the lights and stage managed a few things. So I think that's where I got my ability to boss people around. No, but
I haven't noticed.
Yeah. But I had other friends in wood shop and in a stage crew with me, and we all kind of liked doing woodworking kind of stuff. And one of my friends' dad was a carpenter, and God, people texting me during this thing. Let me mute that.
Very unprofessional, Jason.
Seriously,
you're on our time here. Just so you know.
Yeah, I've just been always interested in making things, and wood shop was like the first place I had that ability to do that, And awesome. The funny thing is, after high school, I never did woodworking. I started learning, HTML and making websites. Like even like in '92, let's say when the internet came out.
Yeah.
I started learning Microsoft front page. And
wow.
It had the coding side, and you could tweak stuff, or what they call the WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You can tweak stuff, and then you can see how the code changed. And I kind of taught myself HTML that way. So that just continued into JavaScript and other programming languages, and I'm still doing it to this day. So
you have that mind to do that.
It was the same thing for making stuff. You're just making stuff with code and text, and
my mind doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I took a IQ test, and it told me I was a visual mathematician. Like, I hate math.
Yeah.
but apparently I can see code changing into stuff. So I guess I'm visual that way. So
it's basically like you can see the matrix. All you see
I don't even see you. I just
rain.
See stuff
you don't even see rain. So when it rains, Jason looks outside. He doesn't see rain. He's seeing
numbers,
tiny drops of ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Just falling down.
What you're drinking right now is not real. That's not a real steak, but
pretty real. So Jason, did you do any sort of anything prior to that? Like, or did you draw a lot as a kid? Did you like? Were there things when you were a kid, like you'd pick up a piece of wood and did you ever sniff it, or did you ever did you feel something tactile, or was it really during that time during your shop class and all that you sort of developed that relationship with woodworking?
I never did anything with woodworking or making anything. I was a kid that always took apart tools and stuff and try to figure out how they worked, but I never put them back together. But I never made anything. I tried to learn to play guitar. That was it.
Yeah.
but I wasn't interested in any of that stuff. I just needed like an elective when I went into junior high, and woodshop was there. So
Yeah.
I think we sort of dropped the ball as hosts, and here's why. I think probably the best question to open up would have been, hey, Jason, tell us about some of your most accomplished pieces of art. What have you done? You know, things like that.
You can ask that now.
Well, I'm going to. So,
I mean, so I'm not an artist. I wouldn't say, because.
But let's say somebody doesn't know you. Let's say somebody.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, I was never the person who drew. Like, that was my brother.
I gotcha.
It wasn't until I started working on a computer and I learned how to do graphics, and, in Photoshop, and that's when I started making graphics, I guess. But I'm not like an illustrator. I can't draw or crap at all.
Yeah.
Well, but I can design stuff and come up with, using different shapes and
come up with logos and everything.
Yeah,
and
for
sure.
Tracing images to make my signs, and so that's where I developed all that. And if you want to say what's my most accomplished, it would be those signs, really.
Yeah, that's what I meant though. Like that's what I was saying. Like, what? Tell us about, like, or show us, or if somebody's just tuning in, it's like, who's this Jason guy, and why are there so many signs behind him? What would you say?
Well, I mean, let me share my own Instagram.
There you go. That's where that's what I was getting at. I was low-balling this thing, man. Come on.
Well, I mean, somebody should be running this show.
Yeah, it's not me. I'm waiting. Hey, I'm just figuring this out as I go. Dong, da, dong, dong, dong. Dong, dong, dong.
Well,
and there we go. Interactive Realm.
Here is one of my most popular signs.
See, that's beautiful. That's nice.
It's funny because I make the other, like, non-distress version, which is like the one I made for Ernie and all that, and it has actual letters, not painted, but like they're glued on and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be more popular, but no, everybody likes this distressed version.
Yeah.
So did you burn this first and then paint everything over it?
No, it was all clean. And then I paint. And then before I do the red stripe or the border around it, I will kind of burn the letters in there.
Okay.
Just lightly.
And then those letters, those are all...
they're just wood. So I mask over it and paint it.
Okay.
What else you got? Let's go.
Yeah.
God, trust me.
What else? What do you got?
Your second one, there it is. Yeah.
This is my second most popular sign. And this is from the Annabelle Conjuring universe of movies.
Oh, fun.
This is actually based... this is basically a prop in the movie, but the Warrens were a real couple that did, like... went out and investigated witchcraft and situations like that, hauntings and stuff. So all the Conjuring and Annabelle and the Nun and all that are all based on stories that they had.
That's spooky.
And this sign is actually there's like a 2-foot version that the Warrens had on their, like, office door. And that's what this is based on, but it's a little different. But so the movie just took it and ran with it. And I have the my Etsy shop, and some guy asked me one time if I can make one of these for him. And I watched a few of the movies. I wouldn't say I was a fan, but I was like, yeah, sure, I can make it. And then, like, I asked him, like, do you think this would be popular? Maybe I should sell it. He's like, yeah, you should. Like, literally, it's like one of my most popular things. It's crazy. I think I've made over 100 of these things.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I need to go in your Etsy
It looks
shop.
great. How did you do the background?
So when I first started doing them, it was all laser engraved.
Right.
And now it's just a a template that I have a vinyl cutter, and I cut it out and I spray paint it.
Cool.
Nice.
But I do laser cut. It's like a MDF background, and then I I cut the
letters,
the borders around it with
a
couple different ways. Actually, I started with the bandsaw, but now the curve section I'll do with the CNC just because it's easier.
Yeah, cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to make, you know, to do things that people can't do for themselves, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of cool. That's why I like doing all this stuff, is to keep making things.
Yeah, and your Adventureland sign? That's the one we did the live stream with. Yeah.
Yeah, this, you can't see the full thing on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
That's
one.
good. That one's good.
And this one.
The Jungle Cruise, yeah.
The Jungle Cruise. Oh, wow. That one's awesome, man.
Yeah, this one's getting pretty popular. It's probably third popular right now, but it's getting up there.
Wow. Cool.
There's so much layers in here, and it took days to like actually finalize the look of it.
Right.
And then to figure out how to do minimal electronics to get the lighting like the smallest package possible, you know?
Have you sold many of those?
Yeah, I think there's probably, I think Steve and I looked it up one day. It was like, there's like around 50 or so I've made.
Yeah, I imagine. I have a friend, we just call him Skipper J, but that's why his name's Jason too. But he loves Jungle Cruise. I'm like, I guarantee he's probably one of those 50. Probably. If not,
well,
Skipper
if not,
J,
you can show it to him.
Skipper J,
yeah.
if you're watching, you need to own this.
So Jay, which one is your very first sign? Do you have it up here?
Very first. Let's see how far we can get back here.
Yeah, how deep does your Instagram go?
It goes back a while.
Sign, yeah.
Yes. For those of you who are listening, you should join us on the YouTube channel. You can watch or look at all Jason's work on his Instagram.
Yeah. I wanted to show this really fast though. Because our pal Lewis, who joined in our live stream the other time.
Yeah, Hidalgo.
This is the sign I made for him.
Louis.
Yeah.
It was for his uncle, I believe.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's got great things to say.
Yeah, he's cool.
We're still going back.
Oh yeah, and you have the Maker's Playground, Hula Girls.
Yeah, we can get into
Hula Girls.
Yeah.
Wait, go back. Yeah. Just joking.
Yeah.
Ain't I a stinker?
Here is the very first sign.
That's your nephew.
That's nice. Yeah.
So to get the story going, I followed Justin Scar on Instagram or YouTube and Instagram, whatever. And his friend Spike, who goes, well, his name is Matt, but he goes by Spike. He does tiki stuff. He's the one who runs the Breezeway cocktail hour now.
Oh,
right.
He does these kind of signs too. So he made one for that says the Breezeway, and then he made one for Justin that said Random Land. And right about the time that he made that sign for Justin, and he had a video of it on Justin's channel, my friend Christy, who Steve knows now, asked me to make a sign. She's like, well, you're a graphic designer. You can surely make something out of wood, not knowing I took wood shop. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. And she wanted me to make a sign for her daughter. They were doing like a what do you call it? Like not a farmer's market, but like where they go and they can sell their animals and stuff. I don't know what you want to call that, but
I think it's called a farmer's market.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. You can go and buy your animals. But they were selling stuff, so they had they wanted their farms sign or whatever, and it was Disney themed. It was called Neverland Farms. So the sign's up here actually, but I thought this kind of style would be kind of cool because it was like aged and rugged looking, and looks like a piece of driftwood. The way that
it's routed out, right?
Yeah, but I mean, just the way that Spike made
the look. Yeah.
Look. So I contacted Spike through Messenger on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, I want to learn how to do that." And he kind of just gave me tips, and I showed him different photos, and be like, "Oh, you should try this way." And
that's cool.
So he basically taught me over Messenger, how to do this, and that was my first try. So it's pretty cool. You use a torch. Yeah. And then a wire brush, and it kind of clears away the top layer and makes all the grain come out, and it gives it that aged look.
Oh, pops.
So I gave this to my mom, actually, still hanging them in her house. Mm-hmm. And then I made this for my neighbor.
Oh, that's funny. I made the same one.
Yeah, that logo's around there still a lot. Yeah. I made this, and then these two, that was the same one.
Oh, that's cool.
I did these as a giveaway to throw it back to Justin as like a thank you for Spike teaching me and stuff. So I gave these away on his Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And actually, one of the guys who didn't win ended up, he was like a realtor, and he wanted some signs from me. So I've made him several signs, and we became friends. And, he was a fan of Justin. So it was kind of cool because he lives in Arizona too. So
excellent.
And then this is that Neverland arm slide I made.
From Christy.
That's so cool. Yeah. That is so good.
Yeah, so it just took off from there. But, there's some basic painting signs. And this is actually one of the signs I made for that guy I was just talking about.
I like that cross. I kind of like that cross.
That cross it's done in the same fashion. It's burned and torched.
Beautiful.
And actually, these are laser engraved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pray, faith, hope, love. That's excellent. It's pretty.
So that same guy who
Tiki bar. I like the tiki bar.
Yeah. It was
so Jace, when I was trying to make a rustic look, I went on YouTube to look, and your video came up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If only our podcast would come up once in a freaking while. Jeez, man. I gotta have a retirement plan.
But that same guy who I said was a realtor, he had another realtor friend who wanted me to start making signs for him. And I don't think I have his sign on here, but it was kind of cool because it was like 3 different colors of paint that I did like a blend with spray paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he actually wanted me to make some signs because he had a deal with Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's an entrepreneur. He owns Vayner Sports.
I don't know what that is, but I will. It sounds impressive.
Well, they make logos and stuff for different players, and they kind of promote them. They like their agent or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
So because of that, there's a few different NFL draftees players that I did stuff for. Wow. And they, like I said, they gave me the logos, and I made these custom signs for them.
Oh,
that was cool. For the 2018 NFL draft.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow.
So that was one. This was one.
Oh, I remember that one.
This is actually the guy. Yeah. And they gave it to him.
Somebody's giving me my own logo.
Yeah, and this was another one I did.
I'm a little upset. I gotta be.
That
one's
pretty cool.
I'm upset. I'm just kidding. Hold
on. So, how did you get involved with Bob Gurr?
Because I knew Justin, and I met Ernie, his friend Ernie, that he calls Creepy E. I went to some of Bob Gurr's events, and this one happened to be at Bob Gurr's house, and it was like a barbecue happened in his backyard. And because I knew I was going up there, I thought it'd be kind of cool to make Bob a sign, and I made this one. It's done in the classic People Mover kind of style sign.
Yeah.
But when Bob, when he was younger, working with actual Walt Disney, he didn't really have a title, so he made his own title for his
for
what for his position, and he called himself the director of special vehicle development because
a lot of people do that. I know so many people in the business world. I'm like, what's your position? And they'll tell me, and they say, well, I made that up, but then nobody else has made it up for them. So
I mean, it's kind of fitting for Bob because he made pretty much all the vehicles. They say anything with wheels at Disneyland, he pretty much had
also Jason, you look like a tall, strapping young man. Like,
I'm not
how tall are you in real life?
Pretty short though. I'm like 6 foot, so I'm average, I guess.
That's not average. I'm shorter than you, but I'd like to think I was average. But thanks for shaming. Thanks for body shaming me. That's fine.
But anyway, this sign now sits. I don't know if I have another photo. Oh, I have the close-up.
You're like, oh wait, no, I have 10. Here they are.
No, he has a what do you call it? A Mr. Toad's wild card vehicle in his house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like a photo op for people who come over, but this sign now is like sitting on that seat. So
gotcha.
Is that acrylic?
His name on here, like the letters, is acrylic, and this is a vinyl decal.
Okay.
The rest is all MDF.
MDF, yeah.
So like I said, meeting Bob and Justin, all that, and Ernie led to doing more stuff for Ernie. And like I said, I made the pirate sign for him. And that's this one.
That's great.
As you can see.
That looks great.
And then
that looks
Ernie runs Haunted OC. It's like a walking tour of haunts and stuff. And they were coming up on their 10th year anniversary. And he's like, make me like a tombstone. And I was like, all right. So I started making this. And again, this is all MDF. And I cut out letters and whatnot. And
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
This came out pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Is that
the
orange texture spray?
Yeah. So a lot of the textures that wall
orange peel,
drywall textures.
Yeah. That's not a foam, right?
There's foam inside of it, but it's actually wood on the outside.
Oh wow, okay.
And that's how I can carve into it.
Yeah.
I carved in it with the Dremel.
Ah.
So this is like one of my most.
That's beautiful, man. That is amazing.
Yeah. It's one of my most detailed, like longest.
Oh, the texture. What was the texture? How'd you get that?
It's called orange peel. It's a drywall texture that you.
Yeah,
put on.
that's what I thought. It looks like that.
Yeah. It's just I didn't smash it down. Usually you take something and make it.
You want it.
I just left it, and I still use this, or you can use like adhesive, like spray adhesive to make a texture. So I still do that. Use that technique,
man. But what I love about that is like the depth of the cracks are really. They're not. They don't look superficial. They look very naturally deep, and so that if you could be sitting from that, I don't know, whatever feet away, not right there, and a lot of the stuff that you put on there would still pop. It would still those little details would still come out, even if you were a certain amount, far away. You wouldn't have to just be like. The closer you get, and then you're like, oh, cool. Now, like my screen right now is kind of small, but a lot of the detail, it's popping through, which is impressive. It's very.
The one thing I wish I did on this, and I guess I just didn't know back then, is like using different colors, like some browning, and to spray it on and let it drip in places, and not this is just black paint, and then I did a dry brush over it, so enhancing the cracks, but
still looks great.
Yeah, I mean it looks cool, but I could have done better now. So
that's art. That's what you do as an artist. I always feel like
what's that? Drawing.
So we're talking about how I can't draw. Well, to be honest, this was a very fast, light sketch, and this is in the video for this. This is another thing that Ernie wanted me to make him.
A bad sketch, man.
but Ernie wanted me to make him a TV.
I mean, I would pull that line in just a little bit, but that's it. That's all I see. No, seriously, that's it. I'm like, that's not bad.
No, but he wanted me to make an iPad holder that looked like a TV. And he had one that somebody else, he showed me a picture that somebody else made, and it slid through it. And I was like, oh, I could do better. So I made the whole front end kind of magnetic. So this is that TV.
That's what started it all.
Oh, cool.
So this video, some fanboy saw my video, and his name was Steve.
Yeah,
I hate that name.
Yeah,
and he reached out to me, and he's like, "Hey,
just kidding. I love Steve.
How do you make that?"
He's like my favorite person. That's why I always rag on him.
So anyway, this is how I met Steve, because he reached out to me, and I gave him some pointers and actually some of the material and stuff.
Yeah, he gave me the material.
The fun thing I like about this is these are volume knobs from a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, I mean,
I
if you haven't seen that video,
story, by the way,
you have to watch that video. It's really good. And how he built this.
When was that? Okay, wait. I gotta get the origin story sort of like in my own head. Okay, because I'm the newest person on this here podcast. So when did you two hit it off?
So this was 244 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't tell you the date.
Well, I mean, for all of you mathematicians out there,
let's calculate this. 244 divided by 52.
And I divide by 3, and
that's
subtract the 4, and
4.5 years ago.
4.5 years ago.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, it had to be right around this time, maybe right after this, that I posted this and the video came out.
Oh, and then you guys hit it off.
Yeah.
And then
we have a friend in common because of this now too. Well, two friends now. Alex, the historian, and LMG Vids. I reached out to Alex and became friends with him. And
Alex and I are already friends.
Yeah,
and then he's been wanting Alex, this camera.
Went down to Disneyland a couple times, and then, did you find me from Alex, or did you?
Yeah,
and then that's how you saw this video.
Yes.
And then you're just like, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" There needs to be like a buddy romance comedy cop movie. I don't know how this stuff works.
I mean, it doesn't happen much that you like somebody just happens to reach out and then you eventually meet because we had Alex in common, and we both happened to go visit Alex at Disneyland at the same time. And I don't know, just like when we met you, like we all just hit it off. So
I know, and that's why I was hoping you guys were gonna get to that. And then Jeff comes in like the new, like the I don't know what, like a weird triad sitcom where like Perfect Strangers meets the third Perfect Stranger. I don't know.
The song from Hangover, "We're the two best friends," or whatever.
Or the three best. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Like we got to have a theme song. So I just wanted to know, like, if we all had a theme song for Discovered Magic, like, what would it be? It'd be us like catching a bus and just doing this, da 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 da, and you'd be like. And then you'd like be candid. You'd be like, and while the music is playing,
that's like our opening for our like TV show.
But then it would be like you two would have to meet first. Like you like bump into each other, and you're like,
hey,
oh hi, and then you, oh, and then music is playing.
Other people get on the bus. We're like, seats taken, and then Jeff gets on. We're like, welcome.
I know, yeah, something. I'm like. Okay, and then and it's like nothing's gonna stop us now. That's Perfect Strangers. That's the Perfect Strangers.
Get out into the city.
Something like that. Anyways, I just if you ever we need to find somebody to write us like an 80s sitcom theme.
You got somebody sitting next to you there, or That's another part of his.
We can just use ChatGPT and just have it to do it for us.
I'm going to. While you guys talk, Steve-O, interview our guest, please.
I have. This is Jason from Interactive Realm.
And I'm going to get on chat, and I'm gonna have him write us the theme song. And in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna read it for us. So you all have it on your own. I'm gonna sit quietly in the background.
No, you're interviewing.
Steve is.
Yeah. So
why is our guest so pushy?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, wow. Look at the ceiling here.
So what's going on here? You made national parks.
National park signs for Justin.
Yeah, for Justin.
Actually, so Justin had me make 2 of them because he wanted to give one to Ernie. And that's Ernie, by the way. And somewhere along the way, he had me make a 3rd one. He wouldn't tell me who it was for. And he just says, my friend has a birthday coming up. And I think I was already following him, but I'm not sure. So I was following Brett Iwan because he's a maker too. He has a channel called Bungalow Modern, where he was redoing his house basically. Didn't know what his day job was though, and Justin had a video where he went to some event where Brett was, and come to find out that Brett's the voice of Mickey Mouse. Didn't know that, and then Justin's like, oh, it's, happy birthday, and then it's like, oh, I made the sign for Brett. I didn't know it. Yeah. So I honestly can't remember if I was following him first or not, but before I even knew who it was, me and Brett were following each other. So before I knew he was making
and you were following because of that Bungalow Modern,
right? Like I said, I didn't know who he was. But we were both following each other, and then I reached out to him and I was like, I just found out who you were. And he's like, yeah. So ever since then, I talked to him and tried to get him to do an interview and all that. And that was way before this podcast started.
Yeah.
Even before I did that Dallin video with the Laugh at the Park. So it just, timing wise never worked out, except, finally, eventually we did, but then we had audio issues. So hopefully still we'll have him as a guest on this podcast now.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool. But I guess what I'm trying to say is because of starting all this and my friend asking me to make these signs, I've met so many people, and not just Disney people, but different YouTubers,
makers, and stuff,
woodworkers, and there's Spike, his friend that I eventually met in person.
How did you come up with your name, Interactive Realm?
Honestly, I don't remember. It's when I was in Boston. I had just moved there and I started it, and I thought I was going to be making mobile games, video games.
Oh, right, on the phone.
Yeah, and I mean back then it was still Java.
Yeah.
And I thought Interactive Realm sounded like a game company, I guess. I don't know. There's actually Interactive Realm Multimedia. That's what I called it, IRM, which I still use those initials for some reason, but I don't actually have the word media in there. But yeah, that kind of stuck. And then it was kind of funny when I moved to Arizona. A friend of mine, he has another friend that has a company, and it's called Realm Interactive. That's a coincidence right there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Chat just gave me the 80s sitcom About Us. Let me know when you're ready. It doesn't have to be now.
Listen, I just moved you up there.
Yeah.
So
you are now the star.
So here's what I said. Hold on, I gotta see. Okay, write an 80s. Here's the question: write an 80s sitcom theme song for a Disney podcast. Jeff is a voice actor who loves Goofy. Jason is a talented art designer who makes signs out of wood. And Steve is quiet, but secretly a great host and has lots of great things to say. These three podcasters came together in fun and unlikely circumstances. So here's what it says. Well, let me tell you from a tale of the past, three pals with the love that would surely last. Aw, Jeff's got a voice like Goofy so fine. Jason makes signs. They're one of a kind. Pre-chorus. In a world of podcasts, they found their way. Discovered magic. Here to stay. With laughter and fun and magic in the air. Together they make the perfect podcasting pair.
What happened to me?
Chorus. I know. Okay. Do your part. It's discovered magic from the 80s scene. I don't know why. Whatever. Join Jeff, Jason, and Steve. It's like a dream in the In this sitcom, they make you cheer with tales of Disney magic. Oh, so clear. Oh boy, this is getting weird. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I got my name once.
I know. What the heck, man?
And Steve.
Ask it to tell more about Steve.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be back.
You don't have to repeat it. You can just add on to it.
Well, I know. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say the same, but add more about Steve.
No, you can just literally say add more about Steve.
I think I know my way around.
No.
More about Steve. But sometimes it'll change it all. But okay.
No, it knows your session.
Does it though? Okay. Well, let me tell you about. Okay, hold on.
It's a story about named Jason.
It's still like there's no Steve.
Steve's just quiet.
I'm not there. It's all right.
Hold on.
I'm always in the background anyway.
Okay, now
I used to sit in the back of the class.
All about Steve. Here it goes.
I'd rather be.
That's the name of the show.
Anyway.
All about Steve.
Yeah.
It's literally like, I don't know.
Yeah. It'll crash.
Let me tell. Let me tell you about a podcast host, a quiet guy, but he's one you'll adore the most. Steve's the heart and soul, the star of our show. In our world of Disney, he's the one to know. In a world of podcasts, he found his way. Discovered magic is what we'll say. With wisdom and charm and heart so rare, Steve's the magic we all want to share. It's Steve's discovery from the 80s scene. Join him, listen close. It's like a dream. In the podcast, he'll make you cheer with tales of Disney magic crystal clear. Steve's not the loudest, but he's got the knack for sharing stories that'll take you aback. He's the host you've been waiting for. With every word, he'll leave you wanting more. In a
end
podcast. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and it goes on. And it's like there's that's 18 other verses. Now. It's the Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanted more Steve, so okay, I'm done. All right, that's it. Let's get back to our guest.
We need to make this song now.
Steve, we've never been so rude to a guest before.
I'm going to take the way that you sung that, and I'm going to make some music, and we're going to do this.
Yeah,
I'll play the drums.
Auto tune it like
Steve will play drums. You'll sing. And I'll play guitar.
There we go.
And then we're gonna have this as like our opening on one of these shows.
Okay. That sounds magical.
All right.
And then me and Jason will be out of a job.
Yeah.
Everybody like, in fact,
everybody's like, we just want Steve.
Yeah. What are these other animals?
Steve's like, I don't know what to say. I can't do this.
He's like, but I think I do. And then he'll just like.
All right. So
Interactive Realm. And what made you decide to branch out into, other channels?
Other channels?
Yeah.
Interactive Realm was more about the woodworking, and I wanted to do Disney content. Not just Disney, but theme park. Like I have videos that I wanted to do not stuff on, and I haven't ever done it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do more, and I thought a different channel would be the place to do that. I had one problem though. I didn't know what to call it. Once again, Mr. Quiet over here comes through. And I was like, it should be something maybe with the signs, because I will have the signs on there. I wanted, my original direction was to take signs that I've made on my other channel and to tie it in with the Disney content.
Right.
Which I've only made like one or two of these videos.
One or two, yeah.
So Steve's like, hey, signs of amusement. And I'm like that's awesome, like perfect. And because it means more than one thing, like a sign of amusement is laughter. I wanted to do entertaining content, and I'm selling signs. It's just like it all just like made sense. So I was like, yep, doing it totally.
Yeah.
And the rest, they say, is history. Well, I mean, so we started doing content, and Steve has these Where Are We Now videos where he does a ride through and shows you on the map. We've talked about these before.
Shows you
on the map where you are in the park. And
every time I say shoes now, I think of Jason.
I
went to Marshall's today.
You went in my closet. You went in my walk-in closet and took my walk-in shoes. Anyway,
I looked at Marshall's today. I need a new shirt, and I was like, or do I need shoes? And I'm like, why do I always say shoes? I don't say shoes anymore. I just say shows.
Yeah, take them off now.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So one day we have a text session we do with me, Steve, Alex, and Chris from LNG Vids. And we were chatting one day, and Steve was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this video, blah blah blah," and like I just popped in my head, like that's a cool kind of chat that we were doing, a texting. We should talk about these things, So I got this idea to take the ride-throughs that LMG Vids does and do a commentary about them. Hence the ride-through commentary videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Steve, do you want to do this with me? And he's like, okay.
This is my favorite.
Okay.
So that kind of started everything. And that was back in February of this year.
Yeah.
We should do more of those, man.
I mean,
they're a lot of fun.
Want to.
And we get to redo them over and over and just like, why not?
No, I mean, we can, but I don't want to do them right away. So, after a while, we'll do some.
Well, we have a couple that should be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay. And one of them, we're going to get Pirate Christy back on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To do Shanghai.
In fact, she just reached out to me. She's like, when are we doing this? And I was like,
I know.
Yeah.
And then my niece Jade to do the overlay Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. And we just did the one with Provost. That was kind of cool.
That was a good one. It was cool.
Doing those conversations, and we kept getting off topic, not talking about the ride, and I was like, this is like a bigger conversation, which led to this podcast. So
which
led to Jeff.
I know.
We needed somebody else because I was
such a fun.
I don't talk much, so we needed somebody that talks a lot. And
it was meant to be, man.
You fit perfect for us. So.
We need someone else too. Like I said, we need a chick on here, and maybe even just like another in case someone can't make it, like a fill in, whatever. I don't know what you call it, but
who would that
I mean,
be?
sometimes someone just goes to a barbecue.
And by
sometimes someone just has too much drink and says, I got to go do something else.
Yeah.
That's Steve. Steve has his barbecues. He's never on the podcast, so we have the blues. I don't know. Steve is, hold on. AI, write a theme song.
Well, Steve missing the podcast for barbecue.
Yeah. So Jace, with all your woodworking and everything, what kind of equipment do you use to do all this?
So I have the basic stuff like a table saw, a bandsaw, drill press, sanders and all that. But to do a lot of these signs like these, those are laser cut, so you need a laser. Which I'm on my second laser now. I have the Glowforge, and I also have a CNC, the Invendables X-Carve. Actually, this one here was done on the CNC. It's kind of hard to look at, but it's the cap and quarters.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I need to do some dry brushing on the edges to make them show out a little more. So I'll probably update that one. But I also have a plasma CNC, which I got a kind of.
Somebody was supposed to give me.
No, that's not how it goes. But I do need to kind of repair it. It's got an issue. But once that's going, I hope to do mixed media stuff with wood and metal.
Metal, yeah, nice.
Kind of mixed media, yeah. Well, I don't know what you call it, but wood signs with metal accents. It'd be kind of cool. That's what I originally had in mind when I bought the plasma cutter.
So that's your future endeavors, to get into metal.
Metal.
Yeah. Wait, no, this is hang loose. This.
No, metal.
This
is
that's I love you. This is like the sign of Satan or something. From what I don't know.
Go headbang.
It's funny. I love heavy metal and stuff, but I don't know all the sign language.
I don't either. I don't either.
But I love heavy metal.
But yeah, I like doing the Disney signs and all that, but I want to do original stuff too. So which is like when I started doing these are kind of cool too. I passed it, but when I was doing these like sun catchers.
Yeah, I remember the video for that.
This is all
Arizona.
Is that stained glass?
It's designed to look like that, but it's all acrylic, and it's done. It's all laser cut.
Oh wow!
It's actually two layers of the wood sandwiching the acrylic.
Wow! So my mom does stained glass, and she's like really good. But I could see how, in the future, sort of this technique would be a wonderful. Alternative. That's amazing. That
video
is really funny.
Because I was making these things, and then I wanted to take this photo on this tree here, and right when I went outside, it started like dark clouds and stuff. The wind was blowing. I was like, oh, I can't take this thing now.
Yeah.
And then there's like a monsoon storm comes rolling in, and then I was out by Taco Bell, and this branch
just made me hungry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got to order some food. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. This branch just falls next to my car, and I'm like,
oh no!
Wow. And then across the way, this tree. It falls down, and I see it rolling like in the parking lot. So I captured that on video, and I have this at the end of this video. So
yeah, it's funny.
How do you make it so Okay, so I'm a little.
It's just the acrylic you buy. You buy certain ones that are colored or opaque or translucent.
Okay.
And,
So he makes the shape and all the design, and then you bring it into the laser and cut all that out. And then you did the acrylic, right?
yeah. So the acrylic pieces, so there's kind of like
3 layers.
So there's 2 layers, right?
Oh,
and inside there, it's etched, engraved, I guess. Like not even an eighth of an inch, maybe like 16th. Okay. So it goes out into the areas a little more, and the acrylic is that size. So those 2 layers hold everything together because it's a little bigger than what you see there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's actually kind of hard to glue together because you have to glue all the edges and then put it together.
Yeah. And make sure the glue doesn't squirt out.
Well, I mean, but you kind of have to lay everything in there and then make sure you don't get glue on that either. So, and some of those lines are pretty thin. So I'm like, yeah, it's all super glue. So
I remember that video.
Yeah. But it's fun to make. You can kind of see how both sides are right there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's beautiful.
It's a fun thing. I wanted to make more of these things. I don't know if I priced them too high or something, but when I was actually selling like at different craft shows, for whatever reason, I only sold one of them.
Well, maybe you should like slap a Goofy face or something on it.
Well,
there you go.
At that point, I wasn't.
I would have bought it.
At that point, I wasn't trying to do anything Disney. That was before even I did these things. So
I think Disney's stained glass looking stuff. I know it's not stained glass, but like that sort of stuff. I don't know. I think that would.
I want to do more. Actually, I think a castle like that would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, like the Beauty and the Beast.
I actually have
like that mosaic of. Oh, that would have been.
I have some like bathroom tile that my neighbor gave me because he's a plumber. Mm-hmm. And they remodeled bathrooms as well. But he has like these sample tiles. I have like boxes of them. And I was just going to like cut them and make like a mosaic, like a little tiny round table. But I wanted to do like the castle and then, either put in the resin or actually do grout. Yeah. I still want to do that. So I have all the tiles still.
Cool.
What does he do? What is he? Your guy?
My neighbor is a plumber.
Barely know her. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Sorry.
What?
I don't know. So I've been on the last
plumber.
Year.
I barely know her.
It's stupid. I've been the last year. I've been like diving into all this different.
Listen, man, comedy. You are no Chris Provost.
No, he would never. Oh no, he's a saint. Okay. But for the past, like you could ask my poor wife Hannah, over the past year, probably 2 years now. I don't know. I'm a big fan of comedy. It's even bad comedy, and so there's times where anytime there's an ER on anything, it's like a plumber, and I just go barely know her. I just wait until what people do or say, and I just watch the wheels turn. And when they realize it means nothing, and then they like look at you like, is it supposed to mean anything? I'm like, no, it's not. Anyway, so I was just setting you all up. Sorry, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a dumb dad jokes are that way. It's like plumber, liquor, barely know her.
It's like that's what she said.
That's what she said. I know. It's like one of those. They're silly. So anyways.
All right.
So back to Steve. Oh my God.
Me? Okay, Jace. You did all the woodworking, all the laser, computers. Let's talk about your music. How did you get into that?
So like I said,
he plays guitar, by the way.
You do?
I play. I try to.
Cool.
No, I play guitar.
You got like 2 of them in your background.
No, there's one there actually, just one.
Oh, the other one's like a rain stick or something.
It's a hockey stick actually.
Rain stick.
I play hockey too.
Rain stick.
I actually have 1, 2.
When you turn it over, it just goes.
I actually have 4 guitars and a bass.
Nice.
But like I said, before I started getting into woodworking, I tried to pick up guitar. I had a cheap Fender Strat, which I bought and sat and tried to play it for a couple months, and then I was like, can't do it. Put it in the closet for a couple years. Literally sat there. And then high school comes around, and sorry, that was like a junior high. High school comes around, and one of my friends that was in that stagecraft class, he could play guitar, and he's like, let me show you how to play a song. And he taught me how to play Green Day When I Come Around. So first song I learned how to play. And after that, I was like,
and now you're hooked.
Not that hard.
Yeah.
No. And at Green Day, you probably could sing Green Day too. If you could do Christopher Walken, you can do. It's not that far off.
I'm sure it could. I never tried to do
Green
that.
Day. All you gotta do is picture it. When I come around. Super easy.
I'm sure I could, but
just like that. That's all you got to do for Green Day. I love Green Day, by the way. I'm not sorry if Green Day I know you're listening to us, but
of course.
I just want to take the time and say I love you, and it's I'm nothing but a fan here, so I just wanted to put that out to the universe.
Well, I mean, obviously, I was a fan. That was the first time I wanted to play.
All right. So yeah. So, do you still play? Do you play? Do you keep up with it?
Yeah, I play almost every day. But I don't try to play other people's stuff. I make up my own stuff. Which I've recorded several stuff, and it's on my website. And I used to use them as background music in my videos. I still do, but I use other music now too.
I've used them in my videos too.
Yeah. And Steve and I, maybe Jeff, if you want to sing, I don't know, but we have plans to do more, to take some of the stuff that I've done and to remix them better, because I'm a little better at that now.
Yeah.
And just make videos for Disney and other stuff that is like kind of related to the song or something or whatever.
I love it. I'd be honored. That would be wonderful. That'd be great. I
have some songs where I sing. I'm not the greatest singer, but if you want to contribute, yeah.
But yeah, no, that'd be great. How do you think like when you started, because you started playing music before you started with making signs, but art is art, and I'm a big fan of I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just think a lot of art overlaps. It bleeds into each other.
Yeah.
It infects each other, might be another word, to use. Do you think your guitar playing kind of sent you on that trajectory of infecting you with just the art vibe, to where at some point it just kind of escalated to making signs? But then you could say, you could kind of look back and say, do you think, in other words, do you think in any way music has overlapped with the kind of art that you do now? I really fumbled through that, but I had a point.
I don't know if it affected my sign making.
Gotcha.
But I have a song that's about one time that I visited Disneyland, and it's carried over. My life has carried over into the music,
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's one thing leads to another with that way, but
one thing
leads to another. That's a great song. Well, but here's what I say. I think art. I started drawing. That was my first thing. Then I started playing music. I started learning the guitar and singing. I started voice acting later.
Wait, can you actually play too?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I'm a guitar guy. I just play chords. I'm not like classical or anything, but I play.
Well, I'm not classical either. I can do some kind of lead,
but I mostly I've done weddings, and I've done I've used to lead church stuff back in the day, and all kinds of crazy stuff, and I loved it, and it was good, but all that art, whether it was drawing or music, it just sort of shaped my brain. you know, so maybe it doesn't bleed in like into that, but sort of just embracing the one art form sort of shapes your brain in a way that whenever you kind of move on to the next art form, there is something to build on. I think that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Let me say it this way. When I'm stressed out about something, or I can't, something's taking too long, or I can't figure out how to do something sign wise or whatever.
Right.
My go-to is then to just pick up the guitar, like just to calm down, take me out of the current situation and relax. And I used to lay down and before I went to bed every night and just be like laying down playing. Like it was just like something to, you know, relax to. And that's still what it is. I love playing, but I've never in a band, you know. I had a office
one day band.
One day, yeah. We played our office Christmas party. I'll have to show you the video for that.
If we ever meet up, it's going to be the Steve-O trio.
Well, I mean, you know, I didn't know you played, but I can send you stuff.
Yeah,
if you have GarageBand, we can start doing stuff. You can record on your side.
Yeah, so Jason was sharing some of his files, and I would grab them and listen to it and play the drums for him.
Oh,
and then send it back. So it's really cool how we can do this without even
being in the
living
same
in the same room
I know.
or anything.
And that's because well, I mean, you could set up mics for your drums, but he's got a digital kit, so it's easier that way.
Yeah.
Guitar wise, we got to, you know, plug in and record, but
yeah, you do.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess in that way, calming me down and bringing me back, opening my mind up, maybe that helps.
Yeah.
The other thing, you know, but if that's what you're going for, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And do you find that space when you're doing your like working with wood and all your art that the other kind of platform, or is music sort of that special space for you? Of like relaxation, like decompression. So do you in your own
I think because usually when I'm making a sign, it's because somebody made an order. I feel more pressure to get it out, you know?
Gotcha.
If it was just me sitting here making it on my own, or like we're doing the live feed, when I build some of those things, it's a completely different feeling. So in that case, I'm like totally in the zone and enjoying what I'm doing, you know? And I enjoy making stuff, but sometimes the pressure's on to get something out at a certain time, you know?
Yeah.
And that's actually why I took a step back from making some of the signs.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, I mean, because I was just getting way too many orders, and it was becoming impossible to meet the deadlines, the shipping deadlines. So I was constantly, you know, a week late on shipping here and there, and then people were like, "Ooh, where's my order?"
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. It clearly says shipping is an estimate. But then Etsy's like, even though it's an estimate, you still got to stick to it. And it's like,
you get so much stuff to do. So
especially when you got a podcast with your homeboys.
Yeah,
right. You know, priorities.
We got things to do.
Well, and you're doing everything by yourself, so that makes it even harder.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have a team.
Sort of helping when he lived here, and that was only for a few months, really.
Yeah.
But we started making those videos on the other channel too, which was kind of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, he makes some good stuff too.
Yeah, well, he is now, especially because he has his own laser, and you know, it's funny when he was living here, it was always like I was trying to get him to do stuff. He was like, well, blah blah blah. I'm not interested in.
Jason, what does he have? I missed it.
He has his own laser now.
Barely know her. I don't know. See, that's where these jokes break down. Okay, all right, moving on.
Yeah, he has the same CNC as well.
Yeah.
So now, you know, he's like, oh, how do I do this? And you know, what do you think if I do this? And like, now he's all interested, and it's funny.
Yeah.
But it's just like how I started, and I was like asking other people, like other workers like Izzy and stuff, how to do stuff.
Yeah. Well, Jason, I have about 5 more minutes with y'all. Tell all of your fans.
You're gonna miss the games.
What are you? How can we find more of what you're doing, and how can we're like, man, Jason has such great signs in the background. Where can I see more? I mean, you've already like shared your Instagram earlier, but do it again.
I don't think we have my info.
Fine. You know.
Hang on while. Oh,
Steve.
Sorry.
Steve,
that's not it.
Why are you booking these? You know, we're.
I mean, you guys are running the show, and like you're making me do all the work.
I know.
I don't know how to get to it.
You're not wrong, Jason. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but
we didn't even get to spin the wheel to play a different game.
No, we will. We will.
Jeff's just not going to be here.
No, I will. Dude, I got.
Here you go.
There we go. Follow Jason with the interactive
share
room.
your information.
Actually, we can do it a little better too. We can say, or irealm.ws. There you go.
There you go. Okay, so now anything we do now is.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
I don't see iRealm at.
I'm taking back your theme song, dude.
It's there. Trust me.
All right.
All right, what are we gonna do next, Jason?
All right, let's
Steve.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Sorry, I just.
All right, hey Jace, there's this game that we play that we
once in a while. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of it.
Well, what game are we playing though? What usually comes first?
This wheel thing.
Magic hearing.
Wheel
you
of
want to do that one?
Turn.
Okay, we'll do that one first.
Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
All right. So we have this. We have this thing called magic hearing.
Did you say Imagineering?
Yeah. What is your most favorite music sound from, or something from the parks or from a movie, but something Disney related?
I actually always liked Zippity Doo-Dah.
Zippity what?
Zippity Doo-Dah.
Oh, Doo-Dah. There's no Doo-Dah. It's Zippity Doo-Dah.
It's a family show, dude. Yeah. God, Steve, your guests are driving me crazy.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Go ahead. We love you. Just so you know.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. We love you. You're the best. Okay.
Zippity Doo-Dah. Yeah. But my favorite now, ever since Tron Legacy, is that soundtrack. Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to bring that into Tomorrowland.
Well,
I love it.
Well, that's because they had after it was before Mad Tea Party in DCA, they had Electronica, where they had like the DJ out there dance thing, whatever.
Yeah. I saw that movie. I saw Tron 3 times in the theater, like 3D. Yeah. Oh, I still haunts me to this day how good it was.
And I can't believe then Tomorrowland failed, so now we're not going to do another Tron for like another how many years now.
I love Tron.
Stupid.
I want more Tron, and I want Captain EO.
And Jared Leto's in it.
Captain EO.
Sorry, I got a little crazy. I was like, I want another Captain EO.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, unless it's somebody else in it,
That's for anyone who doesn't know what Captain EO was. It was one of the best Disney 3D experiences that ever existed, where Michael Jackson saved the world and the universe through the magic of
a blue elephant.
Absolutely, he did. So,
I hear it was like really expensive to make too.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it should be. I mean, it was magical.
That was all Lucas.
You can't put a price on magic, so yeah.
Okay. So what's next? Unless you guys want to answer that question.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Greetings, program.
This is all his design. He wanted a new piece on the board to change the game. Rectify. The only way to win is not to play. Enjoy the drink.
Dum dum dum.
Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Is it spinning? I can't tell.
He's got to share.
I got that as well.
Yeah.
Is it spinning? I don't know.
Here
it is. Okay, good.
And Jason, since you're our guest, you get to go first.
Okay.
So
what are we doing here?
Well, let me explain. So here we have Disneyland and California Adventure. When we spin the wheel, you'll either land on Disneyland or California Adventure. And then the next wheel will have rides or restaurants, and you get to, whatever it lands on, you'll have to improve or make different changes to the ride or restaurant.
And what do we call this thing?
This thing is called Disney Park Chooser.
That's really it.
Is it called BrewSky Rectify?
BrewSky Rectify.
And why do we call it that?
Because it's like blue sky, but now you drink. So you got to get your drink, and whenever Jason takes a drink, we'll take a drink. Oh, nice.
Not just me, any of you guys.
Yeah, any of us. Yeah.
No, I do have a beer too. I have a beer, but then we're like, okay,
because we got to fix stuff.
Yeah, but what is it in reference to?
Oh boy.
Going back to the last question.
Why is this the test?
Because you're not explaining it all.
Go ahead.
Why is our guest so opinionated? Jeez.
It's called Rectify because it's taken off of Tron. You rectify.
Yeah. End of line.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Do you know what rectify means?
Rectify. Yeah, it means you gotta do stuff over again. You gotta fix it. You gotta undo it.
So we're refixing a ride. See, it all makes sense.
Or a
if you
restaurant.
just explain it all.
Yeah.
We're blue skying, we're rectifying,
well, if you want to find out, watch one of our previous podcasts and you'll find out.
Well, maybe someone doesn't listen to every podcast. So.
I mean, I don't. I'm just on these things.
Anyway, I'm just like, that's how I explain stuff.
I'm not the one that talks.
I'm just going to go spin the wheel, okay?
Yeah, spin the wheel.
This guy now just made me shut up.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
This is the last time Steve runs things.
Yeah. You don't ask a guy that doesn't talk to
the house is going to burn down soon.
Yeah.
It's like when the parents are away.
Spin the wheel. Shush.
Spin. And it's Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Steve,
how much do you want to bet Steve gets caught?
Yeah. Don't. All right, let's see what you're going to get in Disneyland to rectify. And you get
Red Rose Tavern.
The Red Rose Tavern. Okay, now.
Man,
what would you do
I
there?
think I've only eaten there once or twice.
Sounds pretty good. All right.
What was it before? Was it
Pinocchio
thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was even better than what it is now.
No.
I mean, I don't go there much.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's anything special. So maybe it just needs better food or just another theme.
So My favorite thing over there is the flatbread pizza. It's actually really good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hungry. I got it ordered. My phone's across the room, and I've been starving this whole cast. Okay? Yeah. I'm trying. Okay. Sorry. All right. Calm down, Jeff.
This coming from the guy who said he had 5 minutes, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know not to take me seriously. My wife, I've got to call my wife, man. I'm out of town. I miss my wife, Hannah.
All right, who's next?
All right, go ahead, Jeff. You can be next.
All right, cool.
Hey, let me grab that for you. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Spin the wheel.
Stop.
No worries.
Disneyland. Oh, California.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now, I'm not super knowledgeable, so I may...
Well, you could just make stuff
Well,
up.
I mean, I was there last year.
You're probably there.
What is that?
Rollisters.
Oh, what is that one?
That's the Luigi cars that turn.
In Cars Land.
They like dance.
Oh, what?
It's a trackless one.
Is it fun? It's not for kids?
No, it's fun. It's for kids.
I don't know. Wait.
Luigi's? It's got that big tire stack up front.
Oh, I feel like an idiot. I probably do. I'm just blanking out.
We're gonna do it again.
No, wait, hold on.
Well, if you don't know the ride,
yeah. I don't. I mean, I was there last year. No, no. No. I'm not. I'm going Goofy Sky.
It's not what was chosen.
For those that were
that's what I
listening,
Orange.
the spin was right on Goofy Sky School.
I know. And guess what?
It clicked over to
that's
fine.
like
Redwood
just go do it.
Creek.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
This is the first time we're allowing this, by the way.
All right. Goofy Sky School.
And it's
go ahead,
only,
Goof.
For the future, it's only if it's ever this close, and dang, is it close. Yeah. So, all right. George, hold the Goofy Sky School. Well, I think it just needs a little bit more goofy. That's what I would say.
What? How?
That's it?
How is it more goofy?
Yeah.
More goofy. Maybe goofy would be, I don't know.
Like on the tracks with you?
Play the track. Yeah.
I think he needs to be like
as you go by.
Yeah, that would be good.
It needs to be like the hitchhiking ghost and be like a hologram in your car next to you.
Goofy would just give you like positive.
And you go by a mirror and he's like in the car.
Yeah, halfway through he gives you a "Hey there, pal," and gives you a high five. And
then he jumps off. He's
whoa, you know, whoa, you know, it's like worse. But I like the hands, like halfway through the roller coaster should just slow down.
And then high five.
Goofy's just sitting there like, Orange, hey, high five. And then that's
with his big glove.
With the big glove, yeah. Have a nice day. And then you're like, you know, you're like,
I think Jeff just needs to sit there like on Monsters Inc. at the end where they have
with the lady with the glasses.
Yeah, they have her just like talking to the guests. Like it should just be Jeff out there, like, well, how's it going? You know,
how's it going? I did freak out. You can go back and watch this, but I did when I was there. I did freak out the sweet people that worked on the Goofy Sky School because I was like,
cast members.
Oh yeah, the cast members. Like, keep your arms and your legs at all times, or something. I don't know what I said. Oh no, I was like, I'm yearning for some learning. You know, Goofy Sky School. Obviously, you'd be yearning for some learning, and they're like freaking out. I was like,
it's a new tape.
That's what they thought, and that was one of the best. I'll never forget it. That was one of the most sweetest moments where I was like, I freaked out the cast members. That's awesome. It was so sweet. So, all right. Okay, that's it. That's it for me.
All right. Oh no. Yeah. And I'm getting.
Oh my god!
Oh right.
This is the second time ever.
All right.
First time ever.
No, I think it's the second time.
Wow.
I think it happened. When, I don't know. Whatever.
What do you got?
Rise.
I've never been on it.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well,
oh no, I haven't either. That was, believe it or not, I should have. It was so crowded. It was hard.
You got the Droid Depot.
Depot. Where you make the droids.
Yeah.
Make it cheaper for all of us.
You would say that about any of these. Well,
actually, that's pretty cool. I that's one thing I still want to build over there, because with Jason, he built a lightsaber, and we that's on my channel of him building one. And the Droid Depot is something that I would love to do, to build a droid.
So I have
go ahead.
I have a story. When my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew and all that.
I remember this. I know you're talking about.
He wanted to make a droid.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a certain part in stock. And instead of like making it cheaper or saying
giving
like,
him a
you know,
discount
you can come back and get it later, or we can ship it to you or whatever, they're just like, no, you can't build one anymore. Like, but here's the thing, they let them pay for it. And they're like, oh yeah, go ahead and start building it. And they're like, yeah, we don't have that part. And then he's like, well, wait a minute. I want the part. Like, why isn't it cheaper? And then they're like, okay, so you just can't build it anymore. Go get your refund. It's like,
that didn't make any sense. That
I can't understand
that happened to him. Yeah, that's weird.
Give them a different part, or
like a discount, like a 10% off or something.
Like, first off, if you don't have the part, I mean, how do you not have the part?
Yeah,
you should never run out, because you're Disney, first off, and you should know how many you have. Like, I'm pretty sure you have stock somewhere in a warehouse that you'd be there next day.
Yeah,
you should never have the run out there. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yep.
But yeah, that was just a weird, stupid situation. But it kind of just pissed us off the rest of the day. Where's the Disney magic in that one? So
it was gone. I remember that day. I was there with you guys.
Were you? Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
We were there on our own, but when I met up with you,
right.
Yeah. And hey, man,
that was later that day.
Yeah.
All right. So next up,
should we do one more time?
Would you like to do one more time?
We'll do it one more time.
Yeah, let's go. I'm just ordering some Taco Bell from DoorDash. Y'all got to start talking about food, man. I'm hungry.
Now I got these.
California adventure for Jason.
Look, California. The California.
Grizzly Run.
Grizzly Run. Cool.
Oh, needs more live bears.
Live bears.
That's in Walt Disney. But they're working on that in Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I think I did get this before, and I said it needs more animatronics, though.
There is none. Yeah, there are none.
That's what I mean. It's called Grizzly Run, and there is no bears on it. It's just
how could you get this and not refer to the fact that there was an actual live bear in Disney World?
Somebody beat me to it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. We got to make jokes about this. Come on.
Yeah. Well, did you see Chris's video on that?
It was Winnie the Pooh.
I know. He's like, no, mother. I
Well, I was saying it was Big Al, because they were talking about how they're going to update Country Bear Jamboree songs over and over.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
That's a hullabaloo.
Yeah.
A baloo, hullabaloo.
Yeah. That's what I put on. I commented on Chris's
simple bare necessity.
That's actually one of the songs because they're going to change their songs to Disney songs.
Sure worries.
So that's one of the songs they're going to add.
Oh, cool. Oh, I mean the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipe.
Anyway, yeah. So my response is it needs animatronic bears and different effects besides smoke or whatever.
Yeah, and
and I believe it needs a schmeckle of honey.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
All right, let's go. Exciting.
Spinning, and
California Adventure. Hey, watch, it'll go Goofy Sky School. You watch.
That's all right. You'll get Red Reed Challenge. No, you get Roll and Roll.
Ooh, I like that. I don't know how to change. Ooh, wait. That's the
same one you got last time.
Yeah, I know. That one's great.
Rockland.
We're gonna spin that again.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Goofy Sky
And
School.
you get Paradise Garden Grill. Oh, I remember that. That's in the back.
That's in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have like
they got great pizza.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the best place to get pizza.
Is that where you overlook everything? Hold on.
No,
it's in the back. It faces inwards to the park, so like east.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's where they have the
Disneyland Drive.
Do they have nachos?
I don't think so. I think they might have pretzel or something.
Yeah.
Then get some nachos. All right, next.
Okay.
That's
nachos
good.
It is.
Moving on.
That's a cop-out.
Next. All right. What do I get? And I'm getting no, one more click. Oh, California Adventure. All right. And what do I get? And it lands on what the heck is that?
Corn Dog Castle.
Oh no!
I've gotten it like 3 times, I think.
Oh, these little corn dogs. I don't know what you said.
I would take. Okay, there's a corn dog cart on the outside in downtown Disney, and
oh, you guys, I just ordered some Taco Bell. I'm so hungry. Sorry, all this food stuff, man.
Oh, I know.
Okay, sorry, Steve.
I was wondering if they sell the same stuff there. They should bring, because they have some really like exotic, I guess you would call it.
I don't think they have the same stuff.
Exotic.
Corn Dog Castle is a lot like
exotic corn dogs.
It has like the regular corn dogs, and it has like the cheese stick covered with the batter.
See the corn dog cart on the outside at downtown Disney. They have all sorts of like different types of corn dogs, like the breading and stuff is different. Yeah. So maybe have that. All right, we're done. Done with the game.
Like, what's the difference? There's a joke in there. It's like
hot dog
what's the
joke.
Difference between maybe like what's the difference between a hot dog and a I don't know. It's like one of those like playground jokes. God, all I remember is dirty jokes from the 90s that I learned on the playground. It's like, hey, did you hear this one? What's the difference between corn nuts and deer nuts?
Deer nuts. Just kidding.
It's like corn nuts are $1.50 and I messed it up. Gosh, sorry. Deer nuts.
Corn nuts. I barely know.
I had it. Corn nuts are $1.50 and deer nuts are under $1.
What are deer nuts?
Okay.
Deer nuts are under $1. A male deer.
I know. I get it.
A deer.
A male deer. I know. It's just my head is.
I'm
sorry for all the family. Like it's like corn nuts and deer nuts. It's like I learned. That's when my mom would send me to my room. It's like, did you teach that to your brother? I'm like, no. Yeah. And then he'd be like, it's under $1.
What are those Rocky Mountain oysters?
I'm like, I'll see myself.
Yeah, no thanks.
And then I would just go to my room and cry. It's fine.
Why are you crying? You're getting Taco Bell. Jeez.
I know. I'm happy about that.
Now I want Taco
Bell. I'm hungry. All right.
Next. What's after this?
Let's go.
Now what are we doing? I don't have the screen in front of me, so
we're done, I think.
We're done.
Okay.
You got to say your outro. You got to thank me for coming.
Yeah. So,
man, I don't even know how the hell I'm going to edit this.
Well, Jace, thanks for coming on the show. Interactive Realm, right there.
Thanks for inviting myself.
Yeah.
Wait,
this is all your idea.
This is what happens when you don't have a guest.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but
Jason,
here's
what I'll say.
Somebody has to go to Disneyland. So.
Hey, Jason, thank you for being our friend. Thank you for being a great host, and it was a pleasure to
interview
you and to poke fun at you and just have a great time. And I think it was fun and just a great night. So
it's a way for our audience to get to know you better. So,
and every once in a while, that was my rationale when Jason said, like, hear me out. Maybe you could interview me. I'm like, that is a great and a perfect idea. And the reason is sometimes, you're so part of the podcast. Every once in a while, people that tune in, sort of, I don't know. Not everybody will know who you are and what you do. So it is, I think, a very valuable thing for all three of us every once in a while to slow it down and just sort of talk about our stories and our lives. So Jason, thank you so much for letting us interview you and talking about your story and sharing that, because I think you're an amazing artist. And I think there's a lot of people out there who should look you up and should see your art and would be honored to have a lot of what you do, to own a piece of that. And so,
and also Jason is, if you don't know Jason, he's like one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. He does so many stuff for so many different people. And, a lot of people don't realize, he's just a really nice guy. For sure.
It's like my slogan.
Yeah. Jason, really nice guy.
Nice art, nice guy. No, great art, nice guy.
Anyway,
I'll work on it.
I appreciate you guys saying that.
Yeah.
And
back at you.
Yeah, doing this, it's like when we first started, we were like, we barely even introduced ourselves, and I expected people to know who we were, but maybe they don't. So
no.
Some of our listeners maybe only listen through audio. They don't watch our channel, so they don't know who we are. Yeah. So I think this is a good idea. And just so you know, you guys are next.
Don't you threaten me. I was before you. Steve's next.
I'm sorry, what?
Man. Oh my God.
Wait. What?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just waiting on my
For you, those that are listening, Jason is cutting off Jeff so you don't see him or hear him.
Just don't get in the habit, and then I'll just peace out.
I'll be People are going to get seizures by your flicker.
Yeah, I know it's not going to be that long. I promise. I'm just trying to move into a house, so I thought it would be better than the flicker. Maybe it's not better than a. I don't know. I gotta.
You need to get a green screen and light it.
Yeah.
So it's clearly one solid color, and that would work better.
Why don't I just get a house, and then I'll just make a background that, like, an actual background that.
Well, if you had a solid color wall with nothing on it, that's where that works better.
Yeah.
All right, next time. Goals.
All right, Jason. Well, thanks for being on the podcast, and we'll see you later.
Bye. I'm next. Hold on. I'm going to go. I'm really going to piece out. Wait, but I can't. Hold on.
But what should people do?
Yeah. Please like, subscribe, and share with friends and family. And go ahead and comment below and tell Jason what you think of him.
No, don't.
Yeah. Tell Jason, how's he doing?
And come on, one more thing.
Uh-oh.
I already did.
No one's done it before,
share.
But if you guys want to leave a
voice message or a text.
Oh, okay. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's your show. Go ahead.
No. You can leave us a voice message, a text, if you go to
discovermagic.com.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, that's not it.
Discoveredmagic.com.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. I have it on there.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's the website? Okay. All right. I gotta go. All right.
Okay, but let me just say it a little better though. Leave us a voicemail or a text message, and if we like what you hear, maybe we'll play it on the next show.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching and listening to us.
Call Hannah. Okay, see you.
And I'll talk to you guys later.
End of line.